welcome back to Wyvern-Hearted Ink and Friends. My name is Claymore, and today I am going to be painting my leather jacket with a piece that I came up with kind of on the spot, which is a mixture of the iconography of Medusa and of Mother Mary. And I'm going to go a little bit into explaining why I mixed these two together, but also how blending iconography can bring about lots of different feelings and really push a specific narrative that you're looking for or that you desire in your work. So for those who don't know, Medusa is often used to symbolize the protection of women, specifically because in her story and mythology, she is a woman who is so badly mistreated by everyone in her environment and then eventually hunted down for her retaliation against that treatment. And it is often used to identify people who are safe for women to be around, and I think that Medusa embodies that so well, and I just love the concept of her. But I often think that she is not celebrated in the way that we should be celebrating her. She's not seen as this like beautiful, incredible character that is like someone to look up to. Most people look down on her a lot of the time or think that she's this ugly monster, and it's funny how people miss the point of a story so easily. But that's part of the reason that I really wanted to mix her iconography with Mother Mary, because Mother Mary is seen as this saint, as this holy woman, as this person that everyone should look up to and everyone should want to be if they are a feminine person. But also, in some versions of Christianity, she is also seen as like a holy character, like as someone to be worshipped alongside like Jesus and everything else. And that sort of divinity I wanted to give to Medusa, not necessarily to be like worship Medusa, but to be like Medusa deserves the level of gratitude that people give Mother Mary. And I think that her wrath should definitely strike down on some people. So anyways, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the more in-depth stuff, but that is the general motif I'm going for. So obviously the general gist of this piece is a Medusa head, but I wanted to add those little flares that are often seen in depictions of Mother Mary. So specifically I went for the halo of stars, and I went for the blood tears, and also the heart that symbolizes her loss. I did my own touch on that and made it more of like my logo for Wyvern-Hearted, but I kind of mixed those things together to kind of come up with this design. Specifically, the circle of stars often represents unity, solidarity, and harmony in flags, seals, and signs. For the Virgin Mary, it depicts the connection with the Immaculate Conception and is a symbol of bliss and heavenly glory. So I really wanted to add those pieces to Medusa to really show that she is deserving of a higher status within mythology. Then the blood tears, specifically in Catholic belief, She cries not only over the sins of the world, but also over the pain she endured in her earthly life, referred to as the 7 sorrows of Mary. I think this is obvious why this would fit with Medusa more than Mother Mary, to be perfectly honest. Medusa experienced so much hatred and sorrow in her life, so I think that's very fitting for her motif. Lastly, Mother Mary is often depicted with a sacred heart. It's usually burning with love, supposedly, and it's a symbol of the physical suffering portrayed in his image. So the lance wound in the heart, the crown of thorns, and the drops of blood. I specifically just went for the thorns, not only because I felt like having all the extra pieces on the heart would be a little too distracting from the rest of the piece, but on top of this, they don't really fit what she went through. I think the thorns represent that sort of suffering that Jesus went through when he was crucified, or right before he was crucified, really. So I think that suffering can carry on to her character and better represent what she went through, because I think a lot of people don't realize that she did go through a lot of stuff. Most people only really know her from her look, and then they don't actually know the story behind her. So I hope that in blending these things, I not only get questions about it, but also it makes people think more about what our stories are actually telling, and just gaining a better understanding of those things. Here is the final outcome of my Medusa Mother Mary piece. I really love how she turned out, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the process and just getting to hear a little bit about my thoughts on creating this piece. I know this video is a little bit shorter than my regular ones, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. These are a lot more manageable for me to be posting regularly, so I might be doing more similar types of content in the future. And if you'd like to see more of that stuff, please feel free to hit subscribe and come back for more. I'm never consistent, but I try my best. So anyways, I will leave you with the final shots of this piece.